Into this video, we're going to discuss the overall market once again. It is Sunday night and the futures are open red. All right, the futures are currently down, so we got to discuss what to expect. We're also going to be looking at some stocks to keep on your radar for next week. Let's dive into it. Right off the bat, we got the SPY futures, and I left the drawing again. Y'all see the drawings that I had, and it looks like the market wants to give me what I want. It looks like the market wants to give me what I want. The trend since the past 4 business days has been bearish. Don't fight the trend, all right? What we want to see is the market fall again. Why? Because the bigger and the faster the fall, the more ferocious the rebound will be, right? So, again, if you have this on your chart, just leave it and just see exactly how it behave. I have puts. I am swinging puts. I swung puts over the weekend on the video. If this thing goes lower, then the video is definitely going to go much lower. But for now, we just gotta look at SPY, and there's some buyers stepping up right now, which is fine as long as it does what it did on Friday. Because on Friday, let's check this out. We had this structure. I told you it was ugly, right? I told you it was very ugly. And then in the morning, it had a green to red move. It retested that level of support right here, or I would say resistance now. It retested that resistance and then got slammed into the open and then chopped in the middle of the day, and now we're down. If we check out like the SPY ETF itself and we look at the 1 hour, so we finally have our breakdown below 593. Something that may happen tomorrow is a test of 594. Again, similar to this move, followed by the flush down. The breakdown is a little bit too early, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a huge fan of that. Market makers might try to stretch this thing sideways before really dumping it in the middle of the week. And if that happens, then I'm just gonna have to erase everything. If that happens, then what we might see is a retest of that line right here at 595, followed by a dump again at Tuesday, chop, and then the dump on Wednesday. That would actually be the best case scenario for everybody. Be on the lookout for this. I was bearish last week. This week, I want this specific structure to form so that we can continue shorting it lower. All right. For tomorrow, there might be some games being played. The market might even spike again. Remember, could retest that line up here. It could, but the trend will still be bearish until it breaks above 600. The trend is still bearish. All right, so we'll see. Have an alert right below the pre-market low, which would be right below this line right here. And if it plays out, it would be spectacular for everybody. Okay, so be very patient. The message is being sent at the moment, and it will be delivered when this alert rings for the massive drop down. All right, it's setting up for it. I can feel it. It's setting up for it. Now, let's check out NVDA. Again, I do have puts on NVDA. Why? Because it had a structure intraday. It had this structure intraday. A very not so sexy breakdown right here, but it was enough for me to want to short it, especially because again, bears were in control of all indices. So I figured something, if news were to be put out this weekend, then NVIDIA could pay the most. And right now, NVIDIA is down the most on my watch list as of right now. It's down the most out of all the tech stocks. So the price target that I have on there is like 140. We might see it tomorrow. Again, things might fall like this into the open. And if it does open up below 141, I will be looking to cover. especially if the SPY plan to retest that level of resistance. Then we might see this thing try to push back up to 143 right here. Right, so we want to see an opening down here and then a push in the middle of the day just for this thing to get slammed back down on Tuesday. At least that's what's in my mind right now. That's what I would love to see with NVIDIA. So looking at it on the daily chart, definitely high, definitely overbought. There's the gap right here at 131. I would love to see that thing get filled before we try to make another push for the all-time highs at 153. All right, these pullbacks are good for the market. We want to see big drops, especially after these rally right here that we've seen during the last month and a half. Same thing again applies for TSM. In the last video I told you guys that the market can be quite generous. The market can be really generous, especially when the pattern is big, meaning the 4-hour chart, right? That's the pattern right here. And the consolidation, this 7 business day consolidation, that's the market being generous to all of these longs at 170. That's the market being generous. So it gave everybody 7 business days to get out, take their money off the table before the drop that we've seen on Friday. This is a bearish engulfing candle. There's a gap right here at 197, which I would love to see this thing drop so that we can have a reverse head and shoulders on the daily for the attempt of a massive push above the all-time high at 226. Right, that's what I want to see. Am I gonna be right? Is the market gonna give me what I want? Maybe not. All right, but again, in these videos I like to pick a side. So we'll see. We'll see how this thing plays out. Hopefully it makes things very easy for us in the near future. Now the next one to look on you guys to put on you guys' watch list, we gotta look at the banks. JP Morgan Chase. And with JP Morgan Chase, that thing is really trying to get above 280. Like the bulk of the money to be made was from here to here. All right. And then this price action is very difficult, and the contracts probably didn't go up too much, too high. All right, very annoying price action, but it's trying its best to make new highs. It is trying. Let's check out Bank of America. And Bank of America, similar scenario. Yeah, similar thing. Most of the money from 40 all the way up to 45. And then from this point forward, shop. Very annoying price action as well. Is it going to retest 48? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not very excited about this one. Now, the next one that we gotta look at, the next sector I would say will be China. BABA. And with BABA, this one is also not looking so great, but there is a massive bullish panic forming on the daily. In order for that to be clean, like it has to go sideways for a very long time, like a very long time. I'm talking 2020. Well, maybe like December, maybe January 2026. But I wouldn't trust it if it just starts to run over here. Like I would just think it would be a lumpy move and then it will roll over again. That's what I would think, right? But for now, it's just I'm not touching the Chinese stocks at all. These small candles, you don't want to be involved here. It's very zigzaggy, very choppy. The volume also is fading. So it's not really a sector that you want to be involved in. It's nice to be involved in it at the extremes, meaning the extreme lows right here or the extreme highs up here, right? After, like in this scenario, for example, there was a fake out. There was a fake out with bulls trapped in a ascending triangle with the fake out. Easy opportunity for a drop, for a shorting opportunity, I would say. Yeah, that's where you want to be. In the middle, you don't want to be involved. This is the middle. This is the zone that you don't want to be doing too much. All of the candles are tiny and we're just not interested. All right. Now, the last stock that we're going to discuss in today's video is going to be none other than the stock that announced the stock that has its robo-taxi events that came out today, Tesla. All right, and with Tesla did absolutely nothing from that event. It's still at the same price. I have alerts on there. I'm patiently waiting. Day trading opportunities are taken when they do arise. I don't see any structures. There haven't been any super obvious structure apart from maybe this right here. Apart from maybe that, not so obvious because the breakdown occurred in the after hours, right? And then maybe this one right here. Apart from those, this one is not even that clean. Unless you want to collect a line from way up here, which would make it kind of sloppy, even though it worked out. Yeah, apart from that, this thing is just chilling between 330 and 300, right? This is the place where swing traders get demolished. And again, don't do too much. Don't do too much. When Tesla is ready to make his big move, it's going to let us know. It's definitely going to let us know. So just relax. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, more videos are coming. More videos are coming. All right. As we get more volatility, then it's a lot easier to know that the market is actually going to do something instead of just going sideways. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paulo Gumena Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.